Assalamu alaikum, my viewers. My name is Dr. Rizwan Jameel Qureshi, and today date is 9th of December 2019. I'm starting my video about software engineering. Software engineering is basically composed of two words. One is software and second is engineering. First of all, I would like to define software. Software is a set of instructions grouped, organized logically to perform a specific task. Logic means something makes sense. And in terms of software, when we say logic, we have scientific study of reasoning process, to reason, to reach a conclusion or goal. For example, I want to book a flight from Jeddah to London or Jeddah to New York. The booking system will give me possible routes, and my destination, my goal is London Heathrow Airport or New York Airport. According to my destination, the possible routes, possible flights, that could be transit flight or direct flight, the system or program will show me. Now, in terms of types, we have processing logic and we have business logic. The processing means mathematical formula or formulation in terms of plus, minus, divide, multiply, the basic mathematical operations. And all the basic mathematical operations are applied in commercial or business applications. For example, if we talk about cash counter of any supermarket like Lulu or like Hyper Panda or Danu, at the cash counter, when a customer reached with his items in his cart, trolley, the cashier will scan one item, for example, tea, for example, milk or sugar or chocolate or any item. Then the cashier will scan the barcode, the first item price. If it is more than one, multiply by the quantity. Then second item, then third item, then fourth item, and he will tell you the total bill. For example, bill is 100 rupees, real or dollar, whatever the amount is that. And you pay him 500 real, rupees or dollar or pound, minus 500 minus 100, he will give you the balance 400. Thank you very much. And you will take your item, take the receipt, and next customer is there. So the processing logic applied plus second item plus third item or multiply or minus, the basic mathematical. Another example of ATM. You go to ATM and you want to withdraw some money, and after processing of the ATM steps, inserting card, PIN, so on, you reach to the main menu and withdraw function, and you withdraw 500 or 5,000 rupees, real, dollar, whatever, the currency. If you have balance, for example, 10,000, so 10,000 minus 5,000, you will get the 5,000 out from the machine, and you will take the receipt card and so on. So, basic mathematical operations plus, minus are there. Then you have business logic. Business logic is some rules or some constraints to run a company or business. For example, my methodology of teaching is analogical reasoning, reason by example. So I always link my any topic with application, and I will provide you the example. If you talk about leasing, car leasing, we have several leasing companies like Oryx Leasing is very popular in Saudi Arabia. Latif Jameel is there. They will also lease. So leasing company has different type of customers. 1 year lease customer to 5 years lease customer. According to your contract with the leasing company, for example, you have 1 year lease. So your business logic, business rules are different than the 2 year, 3 and so on till 5 years. Now after the process, you purchase the car based on leasing, your monthly installment is 10,000 Riyal or 50,000 rupees or whatever the currency. You pay monthly installment. According to your contract, if you pay through your account online or you go to the cash counter of the leasing company, normally the procedure is the bank, you pay advance checks and they withdraw money. So according to your business logic, the contract you signed with the leasing company, they will check the amount, the business contract. If it is like 10,000 Riyal or 5,000 Riyal and your amount is the same, so business logic will check. If it is okay, then transaction is done. Then business rule is different for two type of customer, but processing logic is the same. That amount will be added to the customer account. So 2 year lease and then 3 year lease and then 4 year lease, then 5 year lease. So according to type of customers, business rule is different for each type of customer, but processing logic is the same for all type of customers. The transactions are done and contract is completed, for example, 5 years, 2 years, 1 year, 3 year, 4 year, whatever. After that, if you paid the whole amount, the vehicle is transferred to your name. That is the first example, leasing. Second example of business logic. For example, salary, employees salary calculation. We have, if we talk about academic institution like King Abdulaziz University or ComSats or University of Lahore or any university, you have administrative staff, you have faculty, you have management and so on. And you have clerical staff and so on. So we have staff and we have faculty. Faculty, we have RA or TA, research assistant, teaching assistant, then lecturer, then assistant professor, then associate professor, then professor. And similarly, employees has categories. We have chairman or we have dean or we have president or whatever, the rector. According to the business, rector is also an employee. Dean or head of the department or chairman is also an employee. And then clerical staff is there, secretaries are there, peons are there. So business logic is different for each category of employee, professor or associate or assistant and lecturer. Processing logic is the same to calculate the salary. Now, according to the contract, if he has extra hours or whatever his salary, it will be transferred to his account after the calculation. And according to the contract of staff, employee, it is also transferred. So lecturer or TA, RA, assistant professor, associate professor, and then based on his experience in professor category, associate professor category, assistant professor category, lecturer category, RA or TA category, according to his experience, what is the contract? Whatever is the contract, according to the business logic, processing logic will work and salary will be transferred. So I discussed two examples. To make it clear that software is set of instructions grouped or organized together to perform a specific task. This is the software definition. Now, specific task, it could be banking application, it could be administrative application like attendance, for example, employees attendance, or for example, ATM, or for example, Amazon, eBay, Alibaba, PayPal, and so on. There are many e-commerce websites are there. Hospital management systems are there. So software is there. So Every software has specific objective, task, or goal or function. According to that, it is developed. Let's come to the software. So we cover the logic. Every software has a logic. Set of instructions are there, and according to a logic, it performs a specific task. Then you have engineering. So software engineering is basically divided into two words, software and engineering. First I cover software. In my next slide, I will cover engineering. Thank you very much.